Alright, bitches, so we're on to episode 39 of Dragon Ball Super. This episode is called A Fully Developed Time Skip Counterattack. Is it coming? Goku's New Technique. Now, I've got to say, I am fucking hyped. This was, without a doubt, the best episode of Dragon Ball Super. The ending of this episode had me hopping out of my chair, fucking pumped like I was during some of the biggest moments in Naruto. I was feeling the end of this one, and there's some really good things I've got to say. You know, they did another moment in this episode similar to like, oh, you know, the hyperbolic time chamber is restored, or Bulma has a sister or something. They did another moment like this, but they laid out evidence beforehand of why this one is legit, and they explained it well, and we'll get to it, but they did a fucking good job this time, so I gotta applaud them this time, absolutely. Alright, so this episode picks up with, the last episode, Goku said he was ready to fight at full power. Hit said the same. So this episode, Goku immediately transforms into Super Saiyan Blue, and Piccolo and Vegeta, and then Hit at the same time, kind of the trio. They have different thoughts, and Hit actually telling Goku. They all think that he's kind of a fool for telling Hit how for Goku telling Hit how he's able to counter his time skip attack, which is that, after the 0.1 seconds, Goku will predict what Hit is going to do and block it. And Goku, after transforming into Super Saiyan Blue, he's kind of, doing his, stretches that he always does before, big encounters. And Goku says, no, because even though I told you that, it's not that easy to just change the natural reactions and movements of the body. So then at that point, Goku charges in and declares that Hit's not going to be able to keep up with Goku's speed. And so they go into a flurry of blows. They're matching it looks like pretty evenly, but Goku does appear to have the upper hand here. And Goku kind of goads Hit and says, come on, bring out your time skip ability. So Hit decides he will, and you actually get to see Hit, use his time skip ability. And it's rather cool. It is actually, I would say, a little similar to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Hit actually using the time skip doesn't have, the cool entrance into the time-stopped world that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure does, but it does have kind of a unique look at the way the world looks while it's stopped. But even though Hit uses the technique, Goku perfectly counters it and knocks Hit the fuck back with a strong hit. Yeah, he knocks Hit back with a strong hit. Then it cuts to a bunch of the reactions. Beerus is pumped. Champa's like, what the fuck? Time skip was supposed to be invincible. And even Vados is like, well, not anymore. And then it goes to Vegeta for a very important line of dialogue where Vegeta says, damn you, Kakarot. You were observing Hit's movements while he fought me. So it looks like, even though Vegeta lost pretty easily to Hit, it was Vegeta's battle with Hit that is allowing Goku to get the upper hand here. So then it cuts down and Hit, powers up an aura and starts screaming, akin to what, Goku, Vegeta, all the Saiyans do. And it's like, oh shit, okay, is, Hit now about to, go to a stronger power level? Seems like he's powering up here. Then Goku and Hit, they do another flurry of punches and attacks, and Goku gets the upper hand again, and he thinks to himself that Hit didn't get stronger at all. And he seems rather confused about that. And it cuts up to Champa, and he's like, oh fuck, we're gonna lose! And Vados is like, well, I wouldn't say that. And then you see Beerus is really excited, but the camera zooms in on Whis, almost like he's, really, noticing something here. Then as Goku went in to goes in to deal, the final blow, Hit, it appears he does his time skip again, except this time it's effective and he's able to actually hit Goku. Now here's where shit gets really, really heavy with the explanation and everything. Basically, from what Vados, Piccolo, and everyone say, Hit does not actually get physically stronger, But he decides to essentially troll Goku. He imitates the way Goku powers up, and then Hit himself, he says, you Saiyans are able to power up by simply transforming. But for him, there's only one way for him to get stronger. And he kind of explains how he's never had to improve or grow before because there was no need. But Goku is so, strong that Hit, suddenly got the urge to improve. And he was actually able to improve his time skip ability to 0.2 of a second instead of 0.1. So now, he just gets that fraction longer, so he was able to deal a blow towards Goku. And you even show Piccolo doing one of his, Mazaka faces, and he's like, oh shit, improvement, he improved himself that much. Everyone is stunned, and Piccolo especially so. Now, it seems as though Hit maybe has a chance to finish Goku off, and Champa is standing up like, finish Goku off, because the blow Hit put on Goku really, really is causing Goku to struggle to get up. And Hit allows Goku to regain his composure and, regain his strength, and he says, it's because of you I was able to improve in the first place, so now we're even. And then, before they're about to fight, he says, this stance will help me utilize all my newly found potential. And it looks to me as though Hit is sort of mimicking Goku's stance. So Hit appears to be a really skilled fighter. Now Goku at this point, he starts thinking to himself that he's only going to be able to withstand a few of those attacks. But he thinks that if he can do it, he can learn the timing for the new, 0.2 seconds that Hit is able to do, and smiles. And, even some of the, the Supreme Kais who are watching are like, holy shit, he's able to smile even in this situation. And then it goes over to Vegeta, who's fucking pissed. And he's like, oh, he grows more powerful during battle like the Saiyans, the improvement. I can't stand a guy like that who grows faster than us. It's hilarious. Vegeta is so salty. Then at this point, Hit declares to Goku that Goku is thinking about this. He's going about this the wrong way. That he's predicting that what Goku wants to do, which is take a few attacks and learn the timing. Then Hit does a time skip where he puts a brutal combo on Goku. And Goku falls to the ground, and Hit turns around and says, you can't counter my time leap. Now its limit has increased to 0.5 seconds. So now he's able to stop time for half a second. So, Hit is exponentially increasing his abilities here. And so it's like Goku's really on the edge, and he's knocked down to the ground to the point where Hit goes to do the exact same thing he did with Vegeta, where he goes, referee, killing's against the rules. I beat my opponents where he can't even surrender. What should happen here? But there is a difference in that Goku is still in his Super Saiyan Blue form, so we know he's not defeated quite yet. And it does make sense, since, really this is the second time Goku is hit, even if this was a brutal counterattack, whereas Vegeta got smacked around, I want to say, over 10 times before he finally fell. So I can understand why Goku isn't, defeated yet. So Goku stands up. And Hit is kind of like, are you that obsessed with winning that, you're going to get fucked up here? And Goku says, it'd be unfair to you if it ended like this. And he says, don't think I was trying to be stingy hiding this technique here. And then he says, it's not perfect yet. I was hoping of using this against Beerus one day. So it's like, oh shit, Goku's got a new technique. What the fuck is he about to do? So then Goku sort of powers up, and he says he thinks that there's only about a 10% chance it'll work, and if it fails, it'll completely mess his body up, but still, he's got to do it against, Hit's crazy time-skipping abilities. Then it kind of cuts over to the Supreme Kais, who kind of they're laughing about the way, Goku screams when he powers up, and it's like, okay, the creators are being very, very self-aware with what's going on here. And then Goku stops powering up and smiles, and it looks like whatever he's trying to do, he's happy about. And then he just says, Kaio Ken, and he does Super Saiyan Blue, and it's got its blue aura, but then there's a red aura around it. It actually looks really, really fucking cool. And he says, good, I was able to do it. I was able to control it. Kaioken is his trump card. And Goku goes on to explain, like, yeah, I could double, power, speed, abilities, something he learned from King Kai a long time ago. A lot of stuff like this, but, that's all stuff we already knew. Then at this point, Goku starts, like, jumping around the stage at, like, insane speeds. And, like, Hit couldn't see him at all. And, holy shit, what? And then it goes up to Beerus, and Beerus is like, he's planning to use that against me, what the fuck? And Whis is like, oh, you think you'll be in trouble if he uses that? And Beerus is like, of course not. But it's like, oh shit, looks like Goku might be knocking on the door of Beerus's power. I like this. Now then Beerus goes, but I'm wondering why he didn't use that on me earlier. And then, Vegeta even starts to say that's because, Beerus doesn't know about the technique. And he has a flash to when Goku and Vegeta fight on Earth at the beginning of the series so long ago, and Goku's able to beat Vegeta with the Kaioken ×4 when they have their Kamehameha Gallic Gun flash. But, the negative part of the technique is it gives you that burst of incredible power, but then after that, it's really rough on the body. You're extremely exhausted and, like, your body's ripping apart. Now, then they go on to explain basically why Goku has not done this, and why he has never used Kaioken since he achieved the Super Saiyan form. Old Kai starts to talk about how the Super Saiyan form is very hard on the body and uses a lot of stamina. Not to mention the fact that, it's the intense rage needed to trigger the transformation, and how you can never maintain that calm heart while in Super Saiyan form, that being the reason why Goku's not able to use Spirit Bomb while he's a Super Saiyan either. And so Old Kai says, like, using a Kaioken in the Super Saiyan state would be akin to committing suicide, because you would die instantly without being able to control, finely tuned control the Kaioken like it's needed. And then he basically says, like, he's talking to the audience, us, at this point, and he says, that's why he hasn't used Kaioken basically since fucking episode, 90 or 87 or something of Dragon Ball Z, whatever one it was. The last time he used it, I think, was when Frieza was sunning him. Like, I remember Tien is on King Kai's planet, and he's like, Goku will be okay. He hasn't even used the Kaioken yet. And, like, you had seen a bunch of fighting scenes where Frieza's beating Goku's ass. And then King Kai goes, no, Tien, Goku's been using Kaioken the whole time getting fucked up. And then it shows all those scenes you had previously seen before, but now this time it shows that Goku was using Kaioken at the time. And then Goku goes on to explain why he's able to use it now, that it's because Super Saiyan Blue is a combination of strength and the calm mind with the proper, energy control. This is that whole thing they've been setting up with Whis. Remember, telling Goku and Vegeta, their energy is leaking out of their body, maintain that proper energy control, the calm mind. All of this training with Whis enabled them to get the Super Saiyan Blue transformation. So they have gone a little bit deeper into how they were able to get Super Saiyan Blue in the first place, which is dope. But this also, a lot of setup they've done that explains why Goku's able to properly do the Kaioken. I'm very excited with this, because they did a good job. They did show us all those scenes with Whis telling them, get that Kai control in check, and now Super Saiyan Blue being the godly Super Saiyan, able to control his energy properly, so he's able to use the Kaioken. It all makes sense to me. I'm very, very happy with this. Not another bullshit situation like before with, the hyperbolic time chamber, Bulma's sister, the dragon, Gohan not getting a new outfit. Now we got some legit shit that they did. And then it cuts over to Vegeta, who's like, damn, he's always a step ahead of me. And then, it's great because Goku, like, you feel like Goku's strength is building up. And Hit even thinks to him, he's saying, like, 3 times, no, 4 times. And then it cuts to Goku and he's like, times 10. And then, Goku gets, like, super powerful. The whole screen goes red. Goku's aura looks so fucking dope. And then, like, the main theme starts playing and Goku starts whipping Hit's ass. And the shit is just getting so fucking hype. Goku's flying around and it's like, damn. And Hit even tries to use Time Leap, but Goku is just like too fast and too superior for it now. Goes through it, fucking hits Hit with combos, and like he's flying and they're just like fighting and the shit is fucking dope and I'm getting hype and the shit is hype and the shit is sick. But then like Goku kind of like feels it, like even in Super Saiyan Blue I can't hold this off much longer, so I'll finish it in one blow. And then Goku goes down, shoots a Kamehameha, and it is kind of hard to tell what happens here because the episode ends at this moment. But Goku, it looks like he shoots the Kamehameha, and Hit uses Time Skip. I'm not sure if he's going through the Kamehameha, but that might be what's happening here. And you see Goku like fly at Hit, and it looks like he's about to punch Hit, and like explosions are happening, and the episode ends. It looks like this is very similar to how Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Bojack ended their fight, where Gohan does the Kamehameha, Bojack does his big green energy blast, and then they kind of go through the beams and have a clash, and Gohan wins and Bojack dies. Looks like that's what happens here, but it's hard to tell because the episode cuts off once the Kamehameha explodes. And then in the preview for the next episode, we see some shots of Hit and Goku fighting, and it says that the episode title, the winner is decided. So it looks like the last episode of the tournament is next time. This episode was fucking sick. I'm pumped for the next episode. Let's go.